To order for Tuesday, January 9th, 2024. First item is roll call, please.
Trustee Bischke.
Present.
Trustee Bidet is absent. Trustee Dunham.
Present.
Trustee Sullivan.
Present.
Trustee Clare.
Present.
Trustee Patel is absent. President Daly.
Present. We have a quorum. I'd like to ask everyone to please turn off any of your electronic devices that make noise so that we can conduct the meeting in silence. Thank you. Next item is Pledge of Allegiance, and I'd like to ask Trustee Bischke to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise and join me in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Trustee Bischke. Next item is the approval of minutes from December 12th, 2023. Any questions or comments?
Move to approve as presented.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next item is the approval of expenditures for $9,551,124.55. Questions, comments?
As presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve as presented. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Bischke.
Aye.
Trustee Bidet is absent. Trustee Dunham.
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan.
Aye.
Trustee Clare.
Aye.
Trustee Patel is absent.
Okay, 4 ayes, no nays. Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have some presentations to make this evening. The first one is a presentation of a 20-year service award to Siegfried Kirschenbaum, am I pronouncing that correctly? Police auxiliary officer. How are you doing this evening? Okay, let me get this. I got to get this right here. So, wow, hard to believe, huh? Holy cow. It's hard for me to believe. Okay, we'll do this way. All right? Okay. Next one is we have a 25-year service award to John Scripp, technical supervisor. Yeah, 25 years, a long time.
It's a long time.
Yep. Congratulations. Yep. Doing a great job over there at the Prairie Center. Thank you. Let's see, I think we're deferring the next two. Martha Dooley and Dean are both being deferred. Then we have a presentation of the DuPage Mayor's Managers Conference Municipal Innovation Award by our own village manager, Brian Townsend.
Good evening. Thanks. I know we've built a lot of suspense the last two meetings with this award, but I'm pleased to finally present it this evening. As the members of the board know, every year the DuPage Mayors and Managers Conference has a municipal innovation celebration where they take nominations from different communities that happen to be members of that organization. And Schaumburg has a very distinguished record of being recognized with the Best Presentation Award, primarily due to the efforts of Rob Palekas in the Cultural Services Department. I don't see Rob here tonight. He must be shoveling snow or something. But the award this year for Best Presentation, again, Rob made the presentation, but the actual subject matter of the award nomination was an application that was built by members of the Engineering and Public Works and IT departments related to the village's vehicle replacement program. The village has over 240 pieces of equipment in that program with a total value of over $37 million. So a lot to keep track of. This application helps to track different condition and ultimately the schedule for replacement. So I want to congratulate Mike Hall and Peter Schack for their efforts in helping bring this award home, and I'd like them to come up and take a photo with President Daley in recognition of their efforts. Yep, it is.
Always love when you get these things and then they come apart. Why don't we, over, no, come on. All right. Okay. Here, no, don't go away. Don't go away. You get to keep it. Nobody wants to, everybody be afraid they're going to drop it or what?
Yeah, but we'll hang on to it, and
Okay.
we'll make sure
All
Rob
right.
gets a picture with it tomorrow.
Okay.
Congratulations again.
Okay, the next item is a presentation of the Digital Cities 2023 Survey winner, 5th place, Peter Schack, Director of Information Technology.
Good evening. So the Digital Cities Survey is conducted annually by the Center for Digital Studies, which is a national research and advisory institute that focuses on state and local government initiatives. And the survey evaluates a whole bunch of information technology related topics, things like strategic planning, cybersecurity, citizen engagement, financial management, innovation, transparency, customer service, and infrastructure. So the village has participated in the Digital Cities Survey for the past 20 years and finished in the top 10 for 15 consecutive years. This year, the village moved from the less than 75,000 population category to the 75,000 to 125,000 population category, so a larger population category. So I'm happy to announce that the village received a 5th place finish in this year's Digital Cities Survey. It's noteworthy because Schaumburg is the smallest organization in the top 10 in that category. To finish in the top 5 when being evaluated against much larger organizations is quite an accomplishment. The award recognizes the efforts of the entire organization. It recognizes the skill, hard work, and dedication of the IT staff. It recognizes the high expectations of all village staff that drive many of the solutions we implement. And it recognizes the guidance and support from the village manager and assistant village manager. And lastly, it recognizes the support from the village board. All of us should take some measure of pride in the survey results. With that, it's my pleasure to present the village staff, the village manager, and the village board with their certificate of in recognition of a 5th place finish in the 2023 Digital Cities Survey for municipalities with populations of 75,000 to 125,000.
Thank you. So, where do you plan to put this? Downstairs, I think, hang it on the wall?
There are other 15 or so of them.
All right.
Scan it in the system.
We need
That's
a
right.
village hall
So,
display over the
very nice. It's a great recognition to point out the fact that we're at the very low end of the cities, from 75,000 to 125. We're at the very low end, and that, such a high number is really great. So why don't I just give it back to you? So you sure. And be able to place that down with the rest of your awards.
In the garden level.
The garden level.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's all for the presentations for this evening. Moving on, we have liquor license requests. We have a request from Mr. Ismail. Not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay. Okay. For one Class A liquor license for Thai Garden located at 225 West Gulf Road. And they're a new owner, so an existing location.
Right.
Just give us your name, address for the record, and then let us know if there's anything you're planning to do for the location.
Okay, yep, so we have other partners sitting in the 3rd row there, but we are taking over Thai Garden, which has had a long footprint in Schaumburg. We're hoping to get a liquor license with our name on it. We're an Illinois corporation. Nothing new. We'll be leaving the same hours, 9:30 Sunday through Thursday, and then till 10:30 on Friday and Saturday. We're excited to be in Schaumburg. You said address of the business, or?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
225 West Gulf Road in Schaumburg.
Okay. All right. Yeah, they've been around a long time.
Right.
Done great business here.
Yeah.
And good location, good people that were there. So-
Right, right. We hope to continue that tradition.
Okay, questions, comments from the board?
Making any changes to the space or
No changes to the space.
same menu too?
Correct, yep.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Okay, well, then you'll need to, which I believe you might have already done, need to see the Liquor Commissioner's office, which is also the mayor's office during normal business hours.
Okay.
To pick up an application.
Yep.
There's a fee to be paid.
Right.
Background check, and assuming all that's good, then a liquor license will be issued.
Awesome, great, all right.
Thank you for
Thank you for
coming.
your time.
Okay. Next item is a liquor license request from Mr. Jack Shikaro. Yes. Okay, for one Class QV liquor license for Izzy Slots, located at 873 South Roselle Road. So, good evening, how you doing? Nice
Good.
seeing you.
How are you? I've seen you.
Okay. So you're planning to take over Izzy Slots, which is South Roselle Road, in the same shopping center as Taco Bell.
Yes.
Okay. Any plans for any changes or anything else going on?
No changes at all.
No?
No.
Okay.
Just taking over as is.
Okay, all right. Questions, comments from the board? No? Okay. Same comments for you. I know you've already been up there, but see the Liquor Commissioner's office, fill out the application, pay the appropriate fee, background check, and once all that's done, then everything should be good, and you'll be issued the liquor license.
Everything's
Okay?
done. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome to stay or leave if you guys want. No, it's lousy weather, so if you want to go, that's quite all right. Next one is a request from Miss Amelia Rivera for one Class A liquor license. Request for Marisco's? Marisco, okay. Pariah, located at 1038 North Salem Drive. Okay, so kind of the same questions. Tell us what your plans are for there.
Good evening. We just recently opened a seafood place, Mexican seafood in Schaumburg, which is new because there was no Mexican seafood around here. And so the place is going to stay how it is because we just recently opened, but we want to expand and add liquor for the customers. And do you need my name and my address?
Yeah, sure, just go ahead.
My name is Amelia Rivera, and the address is 1083 North Salem in Schaumburg.
Okay. All right, questions, comments for the board? Yes, Brian, trustee Bishke.
So is your restaurant a sit-down restaurant?
It is a sit-down restaurant,
Okay, there's a carry-out business too, or no?
carry out too.
There is carry-out. So you would not be providing liquor with carry-out orders, correct? It would only be for the sit-down patrons?
I'm not very familiar with the rules right now, but whatever, so right now we really need it for the sit-down customers when they eat. That's what we need
So
because
there'd be no leaving the restaurant with alcohol?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No,
I think we need to make sure that that's the case, correct?
right.
They can't mix a drink and have them walk out the
Right.
door with a mixed drink.
No, they can't. Carry out is allowed under certain rules, and our code applies those rules. So I think
Right.
that's what she's saying.
The Class A.
The Class A shall comply with the rules.
Got it. Okay.
As long as it's an open bottle, I think.
Right,
Yep. Okay.
right.
Trustee Dunham.
Is it 1083 or 1038?
1083. We recently opened in late October.
We have 1038.
Yeah, the form has got 1083, but it says 1038 on the agenda.
It has to be 83 because it's in Salem Plaza on the east side.
Right.
Otherwise, it's Cards dealership on the other side.
Okay, other questions, comments from the board? Then same comments for you, that you'll need to go to the Liquor Commissioner's office upstairs. It's also the mayor's office. During normal business hours, pick up an application, complete that. There's a background check, pay the appropriate fee, and then a license will be issued.
Thank you.
Okay? All right, thank you. All right, next item is a request from Mr. David Sloan for one Class A liquor license for Mini Bird located at 1428 North Meacham Road, and this is a new business. So, here you are.
Good evening. I am not David Sloan, his partner and lawyer, Patrick Wharton. He couldn't make it today. Apologies.
Okay, so, all right, so this is a new business.
Correct, yeah.
All right, so why don't you explain it just a little bit, what they're about, and what you're looking to do?
Sure. So the partnership, David, Franklin, and Stephanie have Blackwood Barbecue here in town. In Victo Taqueria, they have Nonsense. The other side of the partnership is myself, Patrick Wharton, and my partner, Sean Thomas, who's Dave Thomas's grandson from Wendy's. So it's kind of a marriage of those groups to do a fast casual chicken sandwich shop.
Okay. And so where is this located?
1428 Meacham, so it's in the old Falafel before they moved to the mall, in the Five Guys Plaza.
Okay.
Like by Five Guys, right?
Right, yeah.
All right. Questions, comments from the board?
Just the same question. It's going to be a sit-down restaurant, and
For sure,
and the
yeah.
alcohol will be served there. And
That's right, yeah. Very likely beer and wine. I mean, it's a Class A, a lot of spirits too, but there's a beer cooler. There'll be beer mostly.
Yeah, and
And
it
for
said in your application, you're not going to have a bar. It's going to be
That's right,
behind
behind
the
the counter.
counter and served from there. So
Correct.
that's fine.
Yep.
Okay. Other questions, comments? All right. Then I'll indicate the same to you, that you need to see the Liquor Commissioner's office during normal business hours, and fill out the application. There's background check, pay the appropriate fee, and a license will be issued.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you.
Thanks.
Okay. And then we have one more request from Ms. Meyer Patel. Please step forward for one Class S liquor license. It's for a 7-Eleven located at 601 South Roselle Road.
Yes, sir.
New license, and this is also, let's see, the establishment's been open 2 years, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. At Roselle and Weathersfield.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Nice, big, bright new establishment there. And your request is for a Class S, which has to do with basically a 7-Eleven type of establishment. And so give us your name.
Mayur Patel, my name is, and I'm a first-time franchisees for the 7-Eleven store.
Okay. All right, so your first 7-Eleven?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Well, we wish you many more. And you are?
I'm Daniel Roach. I'm the area leader, so basically the
okay,
general
with
manager.
7-Eleven?
Yep.
Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
just one of my 15 stores that I oversee.
Okay. All right, questions, comments from the board? Then I'll look for just to let you know that then you need to go to the Liquor Commissioner's office, the mayor's office upstairs, fill out the application, pay the appropriate fee, background check will be done, and then a license, assuming all is well, a license will be issued.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay. Okay. Next item is consent agenda. Consent agenda will be read in its entirety, voted on as one motion to approve. If you wish to discuss an item further, please indicate that when the item is read by the village clerk so that it can be removed from the consent agenda and discussed further under committee reports. Otherwise, all items will be approved as presented on the consent agenda in one motion to approve. Will the clerk please read the consent agenda?
Number 1, Engineering and Public Works Committee. The motion would be to authorize participation in the Choice Partners National Purchasing Cooperative Contract and award the Water Station 20 Masonry Replacement Project to Bear Construction Company of Rolling Meadows, Illinois, in the amount of $266,157.60. B, the motion would be to approve ratification of expenditures and increase the purchase of hot mix asphalt with Arrow Road Construction Company of Elk Grove Village, Illinois, in the amount of $54,054.03. C, the motion would be to authorize the village manager to execute an agreement for HVAC maintenance and repairs with Hayes Mechanical of Chicago, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed the approved budget and approve the required resolution. 2, Finance, Legal, Administration, and General Government. A, the motion would be to approve the Finance Department monthly report for November 2023. B, the motion would be to authorize the village manager to sign an agreement with Hospitality Advisory Partners, LLC of Duluth, Georgia, for hotel asset management services commencing January 1st, 2024. C, the motion would be to authorize the village manager to direct Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, Inc. of Rolling Meadows, Illinois, to bind cyber insurance with travelers and ratify the expenditure of $70,605 for cybersecurity insurance coverage. D, the motion would be to approve a pledge in the amount of $10,000 to the Greater Chicago Area Manufacturing Partnership. 3, Committee of the Whole. The motion would be to approve the changes to Policy Statement 1.26 Procedural Rules for remote attendance at village meetings. B, the motion would be to approve the proposed revisions to the Personnel Manual and Benefits Handbook and approve the required resolution. C, the motion would be to accept the multi-year capital improvement plan and approve the projects for fiscal year 24-25 for incorporation into the budget. Number 4, Planning, Building, and Development Committee. A, the motion would be to approve a contract extension with Christopher Burke Engineering of Rosemont, Illinois, for interim engineering services in the amount of $59,700. 5, Zoning Board of Appeals. The motion would be to approve a site plan amendment, building addition, special use amendment, additional services, and landscape variations for Almost Home Foundation, 1800 West Irving Park Road. B, the motion would be to approve a preliminary and final plat approval, parking variation, minimum lot area variation, lot width variation, lot coverage variation, and Woodfield Regional Center design review for Centennial Center Outlet, 1951 McConnor Parkway. 6, resolutions. A, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R24-001, authorizing the village manager to execute an agreement for HVAC maintenance and repairs with Hayes Mechanical. B, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number 24-002, setting forth the official pay plan for employees of the Village of Schaumburg effective November 26, 2023. C, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-24-003, authorizing the village manager to execute a contract extension with Christopher Burke Engineering Limited and to provide interim staffing for the position of Community Development Engineer. D, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-24-004, authorizing the village manager to execute an agreement between the Village of Schaumburg and Hospitality Advisory Partners, LLC for asset management services. E, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-24-005, amending portions of the Benefits Handbook and Personnel Manual for employees of the Village of Schaumburg 2024. 7, ordinances. A, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 24-001, granting a site plan amendment, building addition, special use amendment, additional services, and landscape variations for Almost Home Foundation, 1800 West Irving Park Road. B, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 24-002, granting a preliminary and final plat approval, parking variation, minimum lot area variation, lot width variation, lot coverage variation, and Woodfield Regional Center design review for Centennial Center Outlet, 1951 McConnor Parkway. C, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 24-003, amending the Village of Schaumburg Village Code relative to chartered transportation and unscheduled stops. This concludes the consent agenda.
Thank you. I look for a motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
Move to approve the consent agenda as read.
Second.
Motion is second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Bischke?
Aye.
Trustee Madej is absent. Trustee Dunham?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Clare?
Aye.
Trustee Patel is absent.
4 ayes, no nays, motion carries. Thank you very much. Committee reports, we have none listed for this evening. Comments from the public. This is a time in which the public is welcome to come to the podium, state their name and address for the record, and hold forth regarding items that are pertinent towards the village of Schaumburg, if they so wish. Good evening.
Good evening.
Lower that on down if you wish.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Julie Scully, and this is my husband, Jerry Jenkinson. We live at 511 Argyle. We had a incident in our neighborhood on December 23rd where a car came by and was speeding, slowed down in front of a house on Parker, 1104 Parker, and shot 6 bullets out of a gun over the house. And the child that was playing out in front was out in front. Many of the residents were going to come, but we had a power outage. I don't know if anybody else did. So I'm thinking that was part of the problem why they're not here. But I spoke with the police department, and they were very nice. And I got another phone call today from the traffic. We just want to know first we wanted to make sure you all know that this happened, and that what are we going to do? This can't we can't have shots fired on in our neighborhood.
As well as having Parker as a speedway, as well as Rockland and several of our other streets.
They do. There's cars that are speeding, and it's been happening over the summer. Well, now this is December, and our fear is what's going to happen in May, June, and July, and all, you know what I mean? If this can happen in December, what can be done? We were hoping for a stop sign. We were hoping for speed bumps or something, a camera, one of those to do your speed with, I don't care if it's a fake camera, but something.
A police presence.
Police presence. They say they do their paperwork there. The gentleman who owns the house works out of his house, out his front window, his desk is. He doesn't see police. I walk the dogs twice a day. None of the other, we don't really see any police presence. Park an empty car. Something so these people that are doing this get an idea that, we're not going to just lay back and let this happen. Now, when I did speak to the one officer, he said, don't worry about that this house is being targeted. That's not at all what's happening. And I said, how could it not be? This man, who is not here, unfortunately, he yells at the cars to slow down. He's thrown Nerf footballs, whatever.
They made several calls to police, and police have come out on various times, and whether they've caught people or not over the summer. It was kids at first, and now it's other cars. The week before this happened, a Maserati zoomed up and down the street. He got him on video. Police came, officer came, took the report. Several days later, shots were being fired in front of the car.
4 days later, 6 shots are fired.
It wasn't
6 o'clock on a Saturday.
not targeted.
It's targeted. And if it's not targeted, then who's to say they're not going to come and shoot up in front of our house or my neighbor's house or the little old lady 2 doors down? So it's just, and I asked for a police report. They said it's an ongoing investigation. A police report's not going to do me any good. I don't even want a police report. I thought that's how I had to get the ball rolling. We just want to see something change, something happen, as well as the cars are still flying down the street. None of that is changing. But we cannot have guns being fired. And I just thought, I came and I spoke with somebody in the village manager's office, and I forget her name, she's here, but she said, we'll come to the meeting tonight. So we talked to the neighbors, and we had like 4 other neighbors coming, and then, like I said, our power went out. So perhaps they had a situation, but we just, I guess this is how we start, right? This is what we're supposed to do, is come and talk to the...
Sure. Well, you started actually the right way, which was going to the police department and talking to them first. Obviously, we can't, as a board, we don't do any of that. But certainly that's the place to start, is with the police department. Let them get involved. We are aware of that there was someone that did fire off some shots in the area. So I just want to caution you that it's kind of unique. I mean, this is not a common occurrence in the village of Schaumburg. So somebody is unhappy, obviously, probably about what's going on. If the gentleman was here from that home, I would encourage him not to get involved in that sense. If he wants to take a picture, as people are, feeling that they're speeding, and he wants to get a picture of them, report the license plates to the police department, that's fine, but don't get involved in throwing stuff at cars. It's just a mistake.
Well, of course not.
Yeah,
But I mean, it started out kind of just like, hey, slow down, that kind of a thing, like, there's kids here, and Parker's full of kids.
And they'll ignore that, so.
Right, and they have.
He's had signs in front of his house, kids playing here, slow down, the kids have come, they've stole the
The
signs.
type of individuals that are going to go through that will go through stop signs anyways. So
Right, and that's
just so
what
you're aware,
the
putting a
officer.
stop sign up doesn't mean that they're going to be slow or stop for the stop signs. It's a big issue now, not just here in Schaumburg, but throughout the area. People are blowing red lights, they're blowing stop signs, they don't care. We're trying to catch those who we can, and we'll continue to do so. But traffic enforcement within the police department, you've made them well aware, and they will step up enforcement and see what they can do there.
I guess if it was just the speeding, we wouldn't be here because, exactly, they're going to blow through whatever. It's it's from Salem to Braintree, so it's a great cut through, and they just, I get it. But when somebody brings a gun to their party, we got to talk about it. And there's no camera up, nothing has been done to deter this to happen again with the gun. And it's just, I get the traffic, I was confused why traffic got involved at first, but I guess it has to go through.
Putting a stop sign up there is not going to stop somebody with a gun.
No, but then if they get caught blowing a stop sign.
I guess the stop sign not in the middle of Parker, but on all the one-block streets, Argyle, Rugby, not Rugby, Allenby.
Just so you're aware, then we'll fill this room with people that are annoyed because the neighborhood has to stop for all those stop signs.
Right.
So there's doing that kind of creates a whole tumbling of stuff that goes on. So the key here would be to try and catch the offender, in this case with the gun, and the police department, as I mentioned, is investigating that, is working on that. And then regarding speeding is to do some more enforcement and catch and start issuing some tickets for speeders. I will almost guarantee you that those speeders are probably people in the neighborhood somewhere.
Well, the Maserati can't be too hard to find, can it?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see those too often.
You're absolutely right about the neighbors. Is why I guess we're trying to ask for a stop sign. I've got neighbors down my street that zip up and down, whip down the street, don't even slow down.
They become familiar with the area.
And
so
they do it.
And they just kind of get on the gas and they go. And then when they get told, they're like, oh, I didn't really think about it. And, we've been down this path many times.
Right.
So
my hope is that there's a camera so people see that they're being videoed as they come down, so whoever has that gun doesn't come back.
Yeah, we can't put up, we cannot do that kind of video, I think, that you're looking for. It's not allowed by state law. Chicago can, but we can't. So it's a unique law that's only for Chicago and not allowed out in the suburbs. However, we can put up some deterrence, and I could let the chief speak to all of that, but maybe it'd be better if you have that conversation afterwards. But they can put up some speed cameras, at least to start, and then investigate and determine whether or not a stop sign is warranted.
Right.
Might not be at your street or at the street you're suggesting. It might be at, what's the other one? There's another one, Rugby or something.
Rugby, and there's Allenby. Well, Allenby's is closer. Rugby. I mean.
But we can certainly do a traffic study and find out when's a good time to do that. And the staff can certainly do that, so.
That the officer today told me in the spring.
Yeah.
That they can do that.
It's better for when that happens, and it's easier to be done, so that can be done, and then they can notify you what the results are and can be discussed at a committee and determine what kind of action to take. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you for hearing us.
So, and the chief is in the audience here, so if you hang for a few minutes, we'll be done here, and then he'll be glad to talk to you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay? Sure. Okay, anyone else wishing to speak tonight for the village board? So, okay, council report?
No report. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, president's report, I have nothing for this evening. Manager's report?
I just have two quick items. First, Happy New Year to everyone here on the board and to members of the audience and members of staff. And number two, I'd like to introduce the village's new Director of Human Resources, Joe Carey. This is his second day with the village. Joe comes to us from Carroll Stream. He was the Assistant Village Manager there and also has experience in Vernon Hills and Deerfield and a little town next door called Elk Grove. So we're very happy to have Joe with us, and so welcome, Joe, and wish you continued success here with the village.
Okay, well, welcome. All right, new business, we have no items listed. Unfinished business, nothing listed. Trustee comments, mentions? Anyone? Nope. Okay, look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you very much.